So just coming into your comfortable seated position, this is your practice to kick start your day, whatever your day consists of today. This is to kick start your practice. So we're just going to come into a comfortable seated position. We're actually going to start with a breathing exercise today, everybody. So we're going to start, so comfortable seated position can be cross-leg. If you want to come into, some people really like Vinyasa, where you're sitting back on your heels. That's lovely as well. But just again, for the time being, rest the palms of your hands or the backs of your hands on your thighs or your knees. And then we're just going to take a moment here. It's just to take 3 cleansing breaths. So just close your eyes. Close your eyes here. Take a deep, full breath in through the nose. Open up the mouth and let that breath out. And again, deep, full breath in. Open up the mouth and let that breath out. And one more time, just fill up your whole body with your breath. Open up your mouth and let that breath out. And now we're going to take your right hand. So if you are watching me, it might be mirrored, but this is my right hand. So make sure you have your right hand. And you can place your 2 peace fingers into the palm of the hand, or you can just let the 2 peace fingers rest on your forehead. And now just allow your right thumb to rest on your right nostril and your ring finger of your right hand to rest on your left nostril. So from here, we're going to come into our alternate nostril breathing. We'll just do 3 rounds together, but to begin with, just take a deep, full breath in through both nostrils. And exhale out of both nostrils. And now we're going to close the right nostril and inhale through the left for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the left, open the right, and exhale out 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, right away, inhale through the right nostril for 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the right, open the left, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. That was a complete round. We'll do 2 more. Again, inhale through the left for 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the left, open the right, and exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the right and exhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round, inhale through the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the left and exhale out of the right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the right and exhale left, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your right hand down to your knee or your thigh and take a deep, full breath in through both nostrils. And exhale out of both nostrils. And maybe your nostrils, your nose, your sinuses feel a little bit more even keeled. That's normal, especially after doing alternate nostril breathing. What it does, it helps to rebalance the whole body. I myself can definitely tell from the beginning to the end that it just feels a little bit more balanced around this area and hopefully in my whole body as well. So from here, let's spin over onto our hands and our knees. We'll come into a few cat-cow stretches. So stacking your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. You can have your toes curled under, or you can come onto the tops of the feet. On your next inhale, lift the tailbone, press the belly down, draw your shoulder blades down the back, and lengthen up through the crown of the head. As you exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, and let the head hang. And again, we're going to inhale, lift, and lengthen up. And as we exhale, we take that tuck, and we round the spine. One more time, big inhale to lift and to lengthen up. And long exhale to tuck
the tailbone, round the spine, push the floor away, protract your shoulders. Stay here, curl your toes under, and lift your hips up and back into your downward facing dog. And from your downward facing dog, again, you decide if you want to have stillness here or if you want to walk your dog out. So again, we're here just to kick start your day. That's how I think of my yoga practices, no matter where I am in my day. It might be kickstarting your morning. Yoga can be kickstarting your afternoon. It can be kickstarting your evening. And it might even be kickstarting, before you go to bed, anything like that. Yoga is good for it all. It's very calming and, again, very energizing at the same time, depending on what you need. From your downward facing dog, look at the space between the hands. Lift the heels so you feel a stretch in the soles of the feet and start to tiptoe your feet all the way up. So keep your heels lifted super high. Push the floor away, push the floor away. Once the feet come up, lower the heels down. Take your feet hip or shoulder width distance apart and come into your ragdoll. So a couple of options here. You can catch opposite elbows. You can let your arms dangle. Those of you who want a shoulder opener, maybe you want to interlace your fingers behind your back and open up those shoulders. If you want to add a little swing to it, go ahead and add a little swing to it, forwards, backwards, side to side. See if you can shift a tiny bit more weight into the balls of the feet. You'll feel more of a stretch through the backs of the legs. Even if your knees are bent, you'll still feel that. Couple more breaths here. And those of you who have your arms, your hands behind the head, go ahead. Release your arms down, gentle bend in the knees, and begin to round yourself all the way up. So rounding, rounding, rounding all the way up. Roll your shoulder blades up, back, and down. And then come to the top of your mat. Big toes to touch, little gap between your ankles, and just allow the arms and the hands to lengthen alongside the body. Coming into your Tadasana mountain pose. And again, here is your opportunity to set your intention. So what do you need to bring more into of your day today? And just think of today. So what is it you need more of today to kickstart your day? Maybe it's a word, maybe it's a visualization, maybe it isn't a sentence, but something to, again, kickstart your day. Not just your yoga practice, but your intention as well. And then once you have that intention set, inject your breath into that intention. So that intention has life. It's able to grow from within and around and even outside of you. Blink your eyes open. Have a wonderful practice, you guys. Take a big inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. So lift and lengthen through the four sides of the waist. And as you exhale, hinge through those hips, come all the way back down into that forward fold. On your next inhale, lift it up to that halfway lift. As you exhale, plant those hands, step the right leg back into a low lunge and lower your right hip flexor down. Inhale sweeps the left arm up, left arm sweeps up. Exhale, left hand down to the mat. Inhale sweeps the right arm up, so right arm sweeps up. And exhale, right hand down. Keep the shoulders over those wrists. Inhale to step the left foot back to the right foot. And as you exhale, lower your knees, lift your tailbone, bring your chest and your chin down. As you inhale, slide the thighs back, lifting up into your cobra. And let's exhale this one time into our child's pose. Hips to the heels, lengthen the arms forward, anchor through your forehead, and you're here for 3 breaths. So breathe in for 1, and just breathe it out for 1. Inhale for 2. Exhale for 2. And a full breath into the body for 3. And we exhale for 3. On your next inhale, travel the body forward into your tabletop. And as you exhale, lift your hips up and back into that downward facing dog. From your down dog, just take a full breath in. So breathe in. And we breathe it out. Lift the gaze, see the space between the hands. Step your right foot up to that space. Step your left foot up to that space. Use a big inhale to lift it up halfway. and a long exhale to take you down into that forward fold. As you breathe in, rise with it. So sweep all the way up. And we'll right away exhale, hinge at the hips, come all the way back down, forward fold. Your breath in carries you up to that halfway lift. And as you exhale, plant the hands, step your left leg back, lower your left hip flexor down a little bit. Inhale, reaches the right arm up. And exhale, right hand down to the mat. Inhale, sweeps the left arm up. Left arm sweeps up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, step your right foot back to your left foot. And again, as you exhale, lower your knees, lift your tailbone, bring the chest and the chin down. Inhale, we slide the thighs back, lifting up into that cobra, maybe lifting up a little bit higher. Shoulder blades down the back. And as you exhale, let's go straight into downward facing dog this time for 3 breaths. Breathe in and out for 1. Maybe even close your eyes here as you breathe in for 2. And you exhale for 2. Full breath into the body for 3. And you exhale all the way out of the body for 3. Lift the gaze, see the space between the hands. Step your left foot up to that space. Step your right foot up to that space. Inhalation, halfway lift. Exhalation is that forward fold. We breathe in and we rise. Take it all the way up. Sweep all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, brings you all the way back down. Your breath in lifts you up halfway. And as you exhale, plant the hands. You have a choice. You can easily step back. Some of you are going to want to float back. Shoulders over those wrists. Take another inhale here as you push the floor away. And exhale, lower to your chaturanga. You can always bring your knees down as you bend the elbows in. Inhale, maybe lifting up this time to your upward facing dog. And exhale takes you back into your downward facing dog. Just 1 breath here, so breathe in. And we breathe it out. Good, bend the knees, look forward. Your choice, step, float, or lightly hop your feet to the space between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhalation is that wonderful forward fold. Let's take an inhale and rise with it. So sweep all the way up. And exhale, just bring your hands together at heart center, Samastitihi. Take a breath in here, full breath in. And a full breath out. On your next inhale, come into chair, bend your knees, sit the hips back and bring the arms up. As you exhale, just draw your hips back a little bit more. Take 1 more full breath in your Utkatasana chair, squeeze your knees together. And exhale, take it down to that forward fold. Breathe in to lift up halfway. Breathe out, plant the hands. Again, you have a choice. Step or float your feet back, lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale takes you back, downward facing dog. Right away, inhale, right foot steps to your right thumb, ground your back left foot, and rise on up, warrior 1. And exhale, hands down to the mat, right foot back to the left foot, lower through your vinyasa. Inhale, enjoy your upward facing dog. Exhale takes you back, downward facing dog. Right away, inhale, left foot to your left thumb, ground back right foot. Same inhale takes you up, Virabhadrasana 1. And long exhale, hands down, shoulders over those wrists, left foot steps back to the right foot, and you lower through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale takes you back, downward facing dog. Just 1 breath here, so full breath in. And a full breath out. From your downward facing dog, bend the knees, look forward, your choice. Step, float, or lightly hop your feet to the space between the hands. Inhale again, halfway. Exhalation is that forward fold. Let's go inhale to chair, bend your knees, sit back, bring the arms up. 1 long exhale, twist to the right, so twisting to the right. And inhale takes you back up to chair. And exhale, twist it to the left. Inhale takes you back up to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Breathe in to lift up halfway. And exhale, plant those hands, step or float your feet back, lower through your vinyasa. Remember, you can always drop your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale takes you back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Right leg reaches high. Exhale, bring your right knee to your right upper arm and give it a little tap. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee across the body, left elbow. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back. Exhale again, step the right foot to the right thumb, ground back left foot, and take your inhale all the way up, warrior one. One long exhale opens you up. Warrior two will stay here in our warrior two for a breath. Breathe in. And exhale, go a little bit deeper here. Right palm flips. Big inhale to reverse the warrior. And long exhale, hands cartwheel down to the mat, right foot back to the left foot, and you lower through your vinyasa. Inhale as your upward facing dog. Exhale takes you back, downward facing dog. Just one breath here, breathe in. And we breathe it out. Bend the knees, look forward, step, float, or lightly hop your feet to the space between the hands. Inhale halfway. And exhale takes you down, forward fold. Let's take that inhale to chair. Bend your knees, sit back, bring the arms up. And a long exhale, take a twist to the left. So twisting to the left. Inhale takes you back up to chair. And exhale, take a twist to the right. Again, inhale back up to chair. And exhale, take it down to that forward fold. Breathe in to lift up halfway. And breathe out, plant those hands, step or float your feet back, lower through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale back, downward facing dog. Right away, inhale, reach your left leg high. Left leg reaches high. Exhale, left knee to your left upper arm. Inhale, reach the left leg up and back. Exhale, left knee across the body, right elbow. Inhale, reach the left leg up and back. And we'll exhale, step the left foot to the left thumb, ground back right foot. Same inhale takes you up, warrior one. Long exhale opens you up, warrior two. And remember, we're here for a breath. So breathe in. And maybe exhale, bend that left knee a little bit more over that left ankle. Left palm flips. Big inhale to reverse the warrior. Long exhale, hands cartwheel down to the mat, left foot back to the right foot. And again, lower through your vinyasa. You can always drop your knees. Inhale up, dog. Exhale takes you back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. If you need to go into a child's pose, go into a child's pose. Breathe in. And breathe it out for 1. And then just inhale into your body for 2. And exhale for 2. Full breath into the body for 3. And we exhale all the way out for 3. Here we go again. Bend the knees, look forward. Step, float, or lightly hop your feet to the space between the hands. Inhale again, halfway lift. Exhalation is that forward fold. We inhale to that chair, bend your knees, sit back, bring the arms up. 1 long exhale, twist it to the right. Inhale takes you back up to chair. Exhale, twist it to the left. And again, inhale takes you back up to chair. Exhale, twist it to the right. Either stay with palms together, or you can inhale, yawn your arms open. We look down beyond the feet. Start to shift the weight into the right leg. Lift your left heel up to your left sitting bone. Lift the left thigh higher. Now extend the left leg back like a warrior 3 leg. If you fall out, that's normal. This is a hard balancing pose. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, softly land the left ball of the foot back and reach up into that high lunge. From your high lunge, exhale, pivot and turn to the back of your mat for your warrior 2. So we're now facing the back of the mat, warrior 2, and just stay here again for a breath. Breathe in and breathe it out. Left palm flips. Inhale to reverse your warrior. And as you exhale, bring your left hand to the outside of your left foot. Inhale, extend the right arm across your right ear. And use your exhale to spin the chest up towards the ceiling. You can always place a block or a stack of books underneath your left hand. One more breath here, everybody. Breathe in and breathe it out. Inhale the right hand down to the mat and reach the left arm up. So you're in a twisted lunge. Happily stay here. If you want to move into your side plank, move onto the blade of the right foot and bring the left leg on top. Remember your options. You can bring your right knee down, but we want to feel our right hip, which is the hip that's below, to lift us up. So feel your right glute squeezing. Whether your knee is down or whether your legs are stacked or whether you're taking any of those leg variations, hips are lifting. One more breath here. Breathe in and breathe it out. Inhale, extend the left arm across your left ear. And exhale, left hand down to the mat, lower through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale takes you back, downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, just walk your hands back to your feet. Keep your feet hip width distance apart. We'll take it into Baddha Konasana. Catch your big toes to peace fingers. Inhalation, find length. And exhalation, enjoy your forward fold. So if you've got sweat dripping off you, like me, it's a good thing. It means we're releasing what we don't need to kickstart our day, that's for sure. Good, one more breath. Full breath in. Shifting the weight a little bit more into the balls of the feet. And exhale to empty. Good, we'll just take an inhale and lift it up to that halfway lift. As we exhale, release the fingers out from underneath your toes and walk your hands back up your mat. We're still facing the back of the mat to your downward facing dog. And just reset with a breath. Full breath in and a full breath out. From here, inhale, reach the right leg high. So again, right leg reaches high. And once again, we'll exhale, bring your right knee to your right upper arm. Give it a nice little tap. Inhale to reach the right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee across the body again to the left elbow, but this time we'll extend the right leg out to the side and reach the left arm up, coming into our fallen triangle or fallen star. It's the same thing. One more breath, full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, left hand down, right leg reaches up and back, three-legged dog. And this time we'll exhale, softly step the right foot to the space between the hands. Take your inhale up to that high lunge. Exhale, take a moment to bring your hands at heart center. Inhale to lengthen, roll the shoulder blades up, back, and down. And now as you exhale, first extend the crown of the head forward to lengthen the spine, then start to take the twist to the right. Left upper arm hooking across the outer seam of your right leg. You can always bring your left knee down. That's always an option to bring your left knee down. If you want to open up your arms, go ahead. Some of you may want to bind. And then if you want to pick that back knee up, if it's down, go ahead, pick that back knee up. One more breath here, breathe in. And we breathe it out. Inhale, you're just gonna lift the upper body up a quarter of the way up. So it's hovering above your right thigh. Draw your right hip back and your left hip forward. So right hip back, left hip forward. Now use your arms and really your upper body to help lift you forward and then of course up. So straightening through that right leg, coming into our warrior three. Any arm variations that you wanna take, go ahead and take them right now. And we're here for a breath. So full breath in and a full breath out. Hands float down to the mat. For your standing split, walk your fingertips closer to your right toes. Remember, you can always fold over the corners of your mat and use that as like a grip. So you can grip your hands around that, or walking again, fingers closer to your right toes. This left leg is extending up. Maybe your right hand comes to your right heel, but the left leg is like it's trying to lift you up. Try to squeeze both glutes. So both glutes should be on fire right now. They're squeezing in towards one another. So they're squeezing in. One more breath, everybody. Full breath in. And a full breath out. We're going to softly land back into a low lunge. So landing back, low lunge. Inhale, rise up to that high lunge. Exhale, just open it up to that warrior two. Inhale, just straighten through your right leg. Maybe bump your left foot in a little bit. And exhale, move into your Trichanasana. Back of the right hand to the inside of your right ankle. Left arm is extending up. And maybe the gaze is turning up as well, but only if it feels good on your neck. If it doesn't, you can always just pop your gaze down to your right foot. One more breath here, full breath in. And a full breath out. Core is engaged. Use it to inhale, take it back up to center. Exhale, turn your right toes into your left toes. So coming into our Prasarita, as we inhale, scoop the tailbone down, lift the chest and draw the shoulder blades down the back. Now we're ready to exhale, forward fold. Take your hands, slide them down the backs of the legs, and again, catching hold of your ankles, your heels, the sides of your feet. Shifting the weight more into the balls of the feet will help to lift those sitting bones a little bit higher. So lifting here. If anybody wants to go into a headstand from here, go ahead. If not, just stick with me in wonderful, amazing Prasarita. One more breath. Make it count. Make it count. This is to kickstart your day. Make all your breaths count. Breathe in. And breathe it out. Good. If you're in headstand, slowly make your way down. We'll walk the hands forward enough so we can take an inhale and just lift up halfway. As we exhale, walk the fingertips to the top of the mat. Turn your left toes. Pivot on the right ball of the foot and bring the right knee down. So we're coming into our half split. Shifting the hips back. So as we shift the hips back, we draw the left hip back and the right hip forward. Left hip back, right hip forward. Then as we inhale, we can draw the arm bones back. That will bring the shoulder blades down the back. And as we exhale, we extend the crown of the head towards our flexed left foot. Again, if anybody wants to go into full split, by all means, go into your full Hanuman, but sometimes it's nice just to stay in a half Hanuman. One more breath here, so make it count. As you inhale, draw your left hip back, your right hip forward. And as you exhale, maybe go a little bit deeper. Perfect. From here, inhale to lift up, halfway. Plant your hands, curl your back toes under if you need to, and inhale, reach your left leg up and back to that three-legged dog. Bend your left knee, open your left hip over your right hip. Look underneath your right armpit. So we're opening up the hip, but we're looking underneath the right armpit to keep our shoulders square. Happily stay here, or bring the left ball of the foot around, and we'll come into our wild thing, straightening through the right leg, lifting the hips, opening the chest, and just extending the left arm away. Squeezing both glutes up. One more breath here. Breathe in. And we breathe it out. Float the left hand back around. Inhale to reach the left leg up and back into that wonderful, amazing three-legged dog. And we'll just exhale the left foot down to the mat into downward facing dog. Breathe in. And breathe it out. Let's bring the knees down to the mat, coming into our dolphin. Bringing the elbows and the forearms down. So again, you can catch a hold of your hands to your elbows. Make sure that your hands are fully covering your elbows, because the more you bring your elbows in, the better it is for your dolphin. We'll then release the hands. You can plant them down. You can hook your thumbs. You can even bring the palms together. You can interlace your fingers for your dolphin. From here, elbows stay underneath those shoulders. We start to lift the hips and walk the feet closer to the elbows. Even if you need to bend your knees, go ahead and do that. We're trying to get those hips over those shoulders as much as we can. Either you're looking in between your forearms or you're looking behind you. So looking straight behind you. If you want to lift a leg, it is your right leg. You don't have to. We're here for another breath. So find your pose, breathe in, push the floor away. I know this is a killer. And breathe it out. Float the right foot back down if it's lifted. Take it into your child's pose. You may want to take it into narrow knee child's pose where your knees come together and the arms lengthen behind you and your forehead comes down to the mat. 3 breaths here. Breathe in and breathe it out. Inhale for 2 and exhale for 2. And just a wonderful breath into your body to kickstart your day for 3. And we exhale all the way out for 3. On your next inhale, travel the body forward into your tabletop and use the exhale to lift your hips up and back into that downward facing dog. And just reset here with the breath. Breathe in. And we breathe it out. Bend the knees, look forward, step, float, or lightly hop your feet to the space between the hands. Inhale halfway. Exhalation, forward fold. Let's go inhale to chair again. Bend your knees, sit back, bring the arms up. Take one long exhale, twist to the left. So first we twist to the left. Inhale takes you back up to chair. And exhale, we twist to the right. Inhale takes you back up to chair. Squeeze those knees. Exhale, twist to the left and either stay here with palms together or you can inhale, yawn your arms open. We look down beyond the feet. We shift the weight into the left leg. Lift the right heel up towards the right sitting bone. And then start to lift the right thigh up away from the mat. Extending the right leg back like a warrior 3 leg, super strong. And finally, we inhale, lower the right ball of the foot down, reach the arms back up into that high lunge. We exhale, pivot and turn again to the back of the mat for that warrior 2. And just stay in your warrior 2 for a breath. So full breath in. And if you need to, exhale, go like a little bit deeper. Right palm flips, inhale to reverse the warrior. Exhale, right hand to the outside of your right foot. Keep that right knee bent over your right ankle. Inhale, extend the left arm across your left ear. And just use the exhale to spin the chest up. So spinning the chest up. Remember, you can always have blocks underneath your right hand. One more breath here, full breath in. And a full breath out. On your inhale, bring the left hand down to the mat and reach the right arm up. So you're in this twisted lunge. Happily stay here or move on to the blade of the left foot, keeping that left hip high to bring the right leg on top. Remember, you have that option to bring your left knee down, but it's really your left hip, your left glute that's lifting you up. One more breath. Any variations with your top leg, take it. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, extend the right arm across your right ear. And exhale, right hand down to the mat, and we lower through our vinyasa. Big inhale, upward facing dog. Long exhale back, downward facing dog. From your downward facing dog, again, walk your hands back to your feet. Keep those feet hip width distance apart, Tadasana. Bend your knees, slide the palms of the hands all the way under the soles of your feet. Use an inhale to find length, shoulder blades down the back. And an exhale to go deeper into the pose, into our Padahastasana. Shifting the weight a tiny bit into the balls of the feet just to feel more of an opening in the backs of the legs and a lift through those 2 sitting bones. And let your head hang. Maybe close your eyes here. One more full breath here. Breathe in. And we breathe it out. Inhale to lift up to that halfway lift. Exhale, release your hands out from underneath your feet. Walk them all the way back up your mat, which is to the back of the mat, into your downward facing dog. And again, just reset in your down dog. Breathe in. And breathe it out. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Left leg reaches high. Exhale, left knee to your left upper arm. Give it a little tap. Inhale, reach the left leg up and back, three-legged dog. And exhale, left knee across the body to the right elbow. Extend the left leg out to the side. This is our fallen triangle. Hips are lifting, right arm is extending up. One breath here. Keep your hips lifted. Breathe in and breathe it out. Inhale, right hand down, left leg reaches up and back to that three-legged dog. As you exhale, how softly can you step the left foot to the space between the hands? Use your inhale to come on up to that high lunge, strong through your back right leg. Exhale, hands at heart center. As you inhale and lengthen, rolling the shoulder blades up, back, and down, again, start to extend the upper body forward. Spine stays long. Then take your twist, right upper arm hooking across the outer seam of your left leg. Remember, you can always bring your back knee down. Sometimes it's easier to bring the back knee down and work into your bind that way, or to open up your arms. And then once you've got that, you can then lift that back knee back up. One more breath here, so find your final pose. Breathe in, and we breathe it out. The inhale takes us up really a quarter of the way up. So our upper body is hovering over that left thigh. Draw your left hip back, your right hip forward. Start to move more weight into the left leg. Push down through the left foot to lift up into that warrior three. And again, taking any arm variations you want to take in your warrior three. One more breath here. Breathe in. And breathe it out. Hands float down to the mat for your standing split. Remember, you can take the corners of your mat and fold them over, or simply walk your fingertips closer to your left toes. And this right leg is lifting up. So we want to try to straighten that right leg as much as possible. Even if it's not pointing straight up to the ceiling and it's a little bit behind you, still lift that. Extend that, squeeze that right glute into the left glute and the left glute into the right glute. One more breath here, full breath in and a full breath out. Very, very slowly, softly land the right ball of the foot back into a low lunge. Inhale takes you up to that high lunge. Exhale opens you up, warrior two. Inhale to straighten through your left leg. Maybe bump your back foot in a little bit. And exhale, hinge through the left hip and take it into your Trichanasana. Shoulders are stacked. Right arm's extending up. So it's trying to lift you up. And the crown of the head is extending forward. One more breath here. If it's too much on your neck, you can always look down at your left foot. Breathe in. And breathe it out. Use the core to inhale, lift you back up to center. Exhale as you turn your left toes into your right toes. Interlace your fingers behind the back of your mat. So we'll come into this variation of Prasarita. Inhale, draw the fist down, squeeze the shoulder blades in, lift through the chest. And now exhale, take it down into that forward fold. And see, play with really the palms of the hands. You can squeeze the heels of the hands together, or you can keep the heels of the hands open, depending on your shoulders and how it feels there. Shifting the weight again a tiny bit into the balls of the feet. Sitting bones lifting a little bit higher. One more breath here, full breath in. Enjoy this. And a full breath out. Release your hands down to the mat, walk them forward enough so you can take an inhale and just lift up to that halfway lift. As you exhale, walk your fingertips back to the top of the mat, turning your right toes, pivoting on the left ball of the foot, bringing the left knee down, and we come into our half split. Start to bring the hips back to open up the right hamstring, and as we draw the right hip back and the left hip forward, you can take an inhale, drawing the arm bones back, shoulder blades on the back, and now exhale, extend the crown of the head towards the top of that right foot. Those of you who do want to go into your full split, go ahead, although sometimes I have to say it's quite nice to stay in a half split. Right toes are flexed. Think of your right pinky toe as drawing back towards you. A lot of times it just wants to come forward, draw it back towards you. One more breath here, full breath in, and a full breath out. Bring the right sole of the foot back down into the mat, plant your hands down, pick your back knee up if you need to, and inhale, reach the right leg up and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend your right knee, open your right hip over your left hip, and we're looking underneath our left armpit, really pressing down through the right palm of the hand. Happily stay here, or come into your wild thing by bringing the right ball of the foot around, spinning the hips up, lengthening through the left leg, opening the chest, and extending the right arm away. One more breath here. Enjoy this. Breathe in. And we breathe it out. Inhale brings the right hand down to the mat and reaches the right leg up and back to that three-legged dog. And exhale the right foot down to the mat into downward facing dog. From our downward facing dog, second and last dolphin, lower the knees down to the mat. Walk the elbows in, take your hands to your elbows, really get a good grip there. That's how you know that the elbows are directly underneath your shoulders. Release the forearms, and again, palms can be flat. You can hook your thumbs, interlace your fingers, but as long as you're keeping those elbows underneath your shoulders, perfect. Toes curl under, and we lift the hips. Once the hips lift, even if the knees are bent, we walk the feet up because we want to get those hips over those shoulders in our dolphin. Push the floor away, looking through those forearms or behind you, but forehead does, or crown of the head does not touch. And if you want to lift a leg, it's your left leg. Imagine the left leg's trying to lift you up as the elbows and the inner wrists press down. Head is lifted though. One more breath here. Full breath in. Breathe in. And breathe it out. Float the left foot down. Knees to the mat. Maybe bring your knees together for your narrow knee child's pose. Arms alongside the body. Forehead down. And we take 3 breaths here. Breathe in. And breathe it out. Inhale for 2. And exhale for 2. And a final breath into the body for 3. And we just exhale all the way out for 3. Very slowly inhale just to lift yourself all the way up. So we're in Vajrasana. We're just going to take, again, alternate nostril breathing before we continue with our practice. So you're sitting back on your heels. Again, if this is uncomfortable, you can come into your cross-legged seated position. And again, we take the right hand. You can fold the 2 fingers into the palm of the hand, or you can just rest your 2 peace fingers on the space in between your eyebrows, your third eye. Rest your right thumb on your right nostril and your right ring finger on your left nostril. Just take a deep, full breath in through both nostrils. And exhale out of both nostrils. And now close the left nostril and inhale through the right for 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the right and exhale left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the left and exhale right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale through the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the right. Exhale left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the left. Exhale right. 4, 3, 2,
1. Last round, inhale through the right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the right. Exhale left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close the left. Exhale right. 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your right hand down. Keep your eyes closed. Take a deep full breath through both nostrils. And exhale out of both nostrils. Perfect. From here, we're going to lift up into our camel. So we lift up onto the knees, the shins, the tops, the feet. You can curl your toes under, or you can stay down onto the tops of the feet. Bring 2 fists or the heels of your hands to your lower back. Draw your elbows in. Scoop the tailbone down, not under, but it's just extending down towards the floor beneath you. As you draw your elbows in, lift through the thoracic. Take an inhale here. And as you exhale, use the heels of the hands or your 2 fists to help extend the tailbone down for 1. And again, inhale, thoracic is lifting you up for 2. And exhale, use the hands to extend the tailbone down for 2. 1 more breath, full breath in, lifting the thoracic, and exhale, extending the tailbone down. Brilliant. Inhale very slowly, come back to center, and again, exhale, release the hips down onto your heels. We're going to shift the hips to one side of the heels. I'm going to face this way just so you can see. Coming into our first, into our Baddha Konasana. So it's like butterfly pose. We're going to draw the heels in towards our pelvic floor. Sometimes it helps to bring the hands behind you to lift the hips and then just scooch the hips towards your heels. You'll feel that a little bit more. If that's too much, draw your hips back. Bring your thumbs to the balls of the feet and then just start to open up your feet like a book. If your elbows or your forearms are resting on your legs, use them to help to open up. It's a gently drawing of opening of those hip flexors by bringing the knees down, but it's gentle, not too much force at all. It's just a gentle opening here. So take a deep, full breath in here. Keeping the spine long and the shoulder blades down the back, start to exhale and see if you can extend the chest over those feet, so over those feet. And you just go little by little here. So we're not diving straight into this pose. We're going to use our breath. We've got 4 more breaths to either stay where we are or to move incrementally a little bit deeper into the pose. Take another breath in. And exhale, maybe going a little bit deeper here. Breathe in for 3. Extending the chest over the feet for 3. Take your time here. Breathe in for 4. Breathe right into those hip flexors. Wherever you feel it, breathe it there. And exhale for 4. And 1 more full breath into the body for 5. And maybe go to your deepest expression of the pose as you exhale for 5. Good, very, very slowly inhale to lift your upper body up. We'll bring the knees together. So bring the knees together. Extend the legs nice and long. So extend your legs nice and long. Walk your sitting bones straight back behind you. So we're just coming into our Paschimottanasana first. Feet are flexed, spine is long. Inhale, arms reach up. And exhale. It's like your arms are trying and your hands are trying to touch something beyond your feet. So get the spine long first. Don't release your hands yet. Keep extending your arms forward. Keep extending your arms forward. Don't let your hands touch anything yet. They're just extending forward. Feel your sitting bones drawing back as your hands extend forward. And now release your hands either to your big toes or catch a hold of the soles of the feet. Bend your knees as much as you need to as you inhale. Draw the shoulder blades down the back
And as you exhale, extend the crown of the head forward for 1. This is a 5-breath hold here. Breathe in for 2, shoulder blades down the back. And exhale, extend the crown of the head forward for 2. Breathe in for 3. And really find that extension in that spine for 3. Feet are flexed. Breathe in for 4. Exhale for 4. Feet are flexed. Thighs are engaged. Breathe in for 5. Draw your shoulder blades down your back. And exhale, extend through the crown of the head for 5. From here, we're very, very slowly going to inhale, lift the upper body up. So we're lifting the upper body up, taking it into our Navasana. So we can start with knees bent, and you can even wrap both arms around the backs of your knees to draw the thighs and the belly in towards one another. That's what we want to get. Spine is long. So feel how long your spine is. We want to keep that spine long. Release maybe your hands to the backs of the knees. Release maybe the arms parallel to the floor beneath you. Squeeze the knees in. And lastly, without compromising that spine, start to extend the legs for 10. You've got this for 9. Keep breathing. Chest is lifting for 8. And for 7, hugging the thighs and the belly in for 6. Spine is long for 5. For 4. For 3, lifting up, a little bit more to go for 2 and 1. Let's lower to low Navasana. We're going to stay here. Don't worry, I'm not going to have us lift back up. But just again, shoulder blades should be up off the mat. Your belly button is drawing down and then lifting up. Just for 5, toes extending away. For 4, squeeze your glutes in. For 3, for 2, and 1. Good. Slowly lowering all the way down, bending the knees so the soles of the feet are back onto the mat. Coming into our bridges or our wheels, we're going to take 1 bridge and then the option to take a wheel or just to simply take another bridge. So walk the backs of the heels up so that they just barely touch the tips of your middle fingers. That's how you know you've got your knees aligned over your ankles. Ground through really what's called the 4 corners of the feet. So you can lift your toes and feel the big toe mound, the baby toe mound, and the inner and outer edges of your heels. That's what we want to use to help ground us down. Exhale everything out of the body. And as we inhale, we lift the hips and we extend the tailbone away. Maybe we exhale in bridge, interlace the fingers underneath our back. Just 2 more breaths here. Squeeze your inner thighs in. Breathe in. And we breathe it out. Inhale, draw your heels back towards your arms, your hands. That will help to exhale, extend the tailbone away for 3. And then very, very slowly start to release each vertebra down. Use your core to do that. The core will help you to lower each vertebrae down very slowly and with control. Take a deep, full breath in. So just full breath in. Exhale to empty. Those of you who want to go into wheel, bring the hands to either side of your ears. Maybe spin your fingers out a little bit to bring the elbows in. If not, you're going to do a bridge 1 more time. Feel the 4 corners of your feet pressing down. Exhale everything out of the body. So exhale, exhale, exhale. And on your inhale again, we're going to lift the hips. Either you're staying in bridge or you're lifting all the way up into your wheel. And you exhale for 1. Maybe walk your hands back towards your feet. Breathe in for 2. And exhale for 2. 1 more breath in. It's just a 3-breath hold. Breathe in for 3. And exhale for 3. And again, very, very slowly, these will definitely kickstart your day. You lower down with control. Keep that core engaged, lowering down with control. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around those legs. Take a little rock from side to side to side. And then moving into the inversion that you want to take. So it could simply be legs up an imaginary wall. You can even put your legs up a wall for Viparita Krani. Those of you who want to go into your headstand, go ahead. Those of you who are going to take it into shoulder stand, we start to bring the feet over towards the crown of the head. It's nice to walk your arms and your shoulder blades in because remember, this is a shoulder stand we're going to. So we want to have that nice stability of the base of the shoulders. Release the hands to the back and we start to, these legs are again lifting up. So lifting you up, pulling you up. Come into your final inversion and it's a 3-breath hold. So breathe in for 1. And breathe out for 1. And then breathe in for 2. And exhale for 2. And a full breath into the body for 3. And we exhale for 3. If you're in shoulder stand like me, we're going to keep the legs straight, but bring the feet over towards the crown of the head into Halasana, keeping the legs straight. Release the arms and the hands down onto the mat. Keeping the thighs as close as you can to the belly as you start to peel the spine down onto the mat. Once your legs lift to that L shape, so your body's that L shape, we're back in Viparita Karani, we're going to bend the knees today and bring the soles of the feet down. So coming into our final twist, twisted roots, lift your right hamstring over your left thigh. 1 rep or 2 reps, it doesn't matter. Lift the hips, scooch the hips over to the right and allow the knees to flop on over to the left. You can cactus your arms, you can extend your arms, but we're here for 3 breaths. So full breath in and a full breath out. And again, deep full breath in and a full breath out for 2. And 1 more deep full breath in. Enjoy your twist. And exhale for 3. Bring your knees back to center. Unravel to re-ravel. So we'll take the left hamstring over the right thigh. Lift the hips. Start to scooch and move those hips over to the left. Allow the knees to flop on over to the right. Make this feel good in your spine. And again, we're here for 3 wonderful breaths. So breathe fully into that spine for 1. Just imagine all your breath going to that spine, into that twist. And exhale for 1. Fully into that spine, that twisted spine for 2. And we exhale for 2. And then again, fully into that spine. Just breathe. Send all your breath into that twisted spine. It loves you for it. And exhale for 3. Very, very slowly bring your knees back to center. Do anything else you feel your body needs to come into your final resting pose. So coming into that final resting pose, good old Shavasana. So nice Shavasana, and just allow the whole body to melt into the mat. So just feel the whole body just like melting and dissolving into the mat, really allowing the whole body to absorb your practice today. So feel the whole body just absorbing your practice today as you come into that wonderful, wonderful, amazing, amazing resting pose. So again, we're going to stay here probably not as long as I would like you to stay here, but of course, this is through the screen, which means that you can always stay in your Shavasana a little bit longer. So again, just feel the whole body melting into the mat, the whole body dissolving into the mat. Feel the whole body getting heavy into the mat. And sometimes it's nice just to repeat that to ourselves the whole entire time we're in Shavasana, the whole body dissolving into the mat. The whole body melting into the mat. Whole body heavy into the mat. So it just becomes almost like this mantra, the whole body dissolving into the mat. The whole body melting into the mat. The whole body
heavy into the mat. And you just keep repeating that over and over again until you do actually start just to feel the tension release, any lingering tension, any lingering tightness. And then you allow the lightness from your practice, the lightness from your breath, the lightness from your moving meditation, the lightness from the mindfulness staying in the present moment to take over the entire body. So it becomes this light body, a light physical body, a light mental body, a light emotional body, and a light energetic body. So the whole body, as you start your day, wherever you're starting it, you start your day, and it becomes this incredibly light body to carry you through the entire day. So stillness, a quietness, a peacefulness taking over the whole body to carry you throughout your entire day. Those of you who do want to stay a little bit longer, absolutely stay a little bit longer. If you are ready, start to find movement in your fingers and your toes, your hands and your feet. You can maybe bring your arms up over your head and give yourself a nice little stretch. Hug your knees into your chest. So you hug your knees into your chest. You can roll over to the right or the left, or you can simply stay on your back with your knees hugging in. Take a couple breaths here. Once you've taken those breaths, gently press yourself all the way up to your comfortable seated position. Bring your hands together right at heart center. So hands come together right at heart center, keeping that spine long and the whole body definitely having a lightness more now than it had at the start of your practice. Exhale everything out of the body. So exhale, exhale, exhale. And on your next inhale, just bring your thumb knuckles up to your forehead center. That's your big inhale here. And as you exhale, forward fold. So forward folding, taking a moment here in your forward fold to thank yourself for your practice, for turning up on your mat today. Thanking yourself for your intention. And slowly lifting up. Thank you all very, very much for joining me. Hopefully you feel a little bit more kick start to your day.